I make a lot of meals. I make 2 meals a week for people other than my husband and I. So I make meals for our daughters, and then I always make a meal for our son when he's here and his wife is here, and they get to take a meal home. So I'm constantly cooking, and I'm using everything in my pantry except for the meat, and they like meat, and I want to give them a good old-fashioned from scratch type meal. Their favorite is my meatballs. They love the sweet and sour meatballs, and 5 years ago a subscriber gave me the recipe. I'll share that recipe here, right here as well. It'll be in the description box because I've made so many videos using them. So we've spent a whopping $56.46. So $56.46. $56.46. So that was a little more pricier than what I thought we were going to be spending, but I did get crackers for the soup because I'm making soup. Now all of these things are not necessarily needed items, but the $100 a week is very doable for me, except for I can't buy anything online. I used to love to buy things on Amazon and eBay and all of those places. I can't spend anything online anymore. So that is where I'm really saving my money. But I got some Ritz crackers. We got the meat, which was $15, but that gave us 4 meals. And you'll see that video right here. We did get some orange juice and some cream cheese. I'm trying to look to see what other big ticket items were. We did get some spring water. Now there is another question that people have. We have a Berkey water filter, and we use that for cooking with, but it doesn't take nitrates out, and our water is high in nitrates. As of now, we are buying water at the store. I really want to get away from that because we spent $13 on water. So I'm trying to figure out how I can navigate that. I don't want us getting sick, and nitrates in the water are not good for you, and we have high nitrates. But with cooking, we boil that and we use it that way. Drinking water is a little different because we're not boiling it, and I really don't know much about water and nitrates and all of that. So maybe somebody out there knows about Berkey and can explain to me if they do take out the nitrates, because they told me 5 years ago it doesn't. I contacted the company, but maybe it's different now. I don't know. I've never replaced our filters. We've had them a couple years, but I haven't ever replaced them. They say what you do is you put a little bit of food coloring in the water, and when it goes through the filtration, if it's clear, that means the filters are still good, and my filters are good. So I'm not spending for that because they're a couple $100, I think. The Berkey water filter was given to me many years ago when I first started my YouTube channel. So I'm really blessed by that. We are making homemade bread, and I am making bread right now in the bread machine, and here's that. So what you're seeing is it's bread in a jar, and it's a pre-made mix that I make every year around Christmas time. The onion rolls are absolutely amazing. It's so much easier than making them, getting all your ingredients out, and I'll be doing a full video on that if you like to see the tutorials. So I'm starting to do this in my videos. I have so many people complaining, you need to show the whole process. I have a video for everything. And the reason why content creators tell you about their older videos, like check here, check up here, check down here, is because it's extremely important that every video gets its day in the sun. In other words, every video on YouTube should be circulated. So instead of us making we show it already done, and you're supposed to click on that video. And that really helps us. I have over 2,000 videos, and so when I share it, you can click on it and there's a full tutorial. It's all about keeping you interested in our videos, and to be honest with you, I have these full tutorials. It's just too much for me to do it all over again all the time. Or if I'm making in my meatballs, you've seen at the end of my meatballs, I put on my pepper jelly right here. That pepper jelly I made this summer. I can't do a full tutorial now of it, but you can go ahead and click on the link up here and see how to make pepper jelly. Also, I'm going to be fully explaining at the end of my videos the iCards. An iCard is a little card, you click on it and it will direct you exactly to the video. So I'll be here it is. It's so much easier for me than to try to comment 30, 40, 50 people with the link. I don't have that kind of time. I work 12 hours a day on YouTube, and so I'm trying to make it easier for everyone to navigate all of the things that I have on it. The YouTube video is a full journal, so it's not just the video you're watching, it's all kinds of iCards, description boxes, everything that makes up a video. So that is for today. We spent the $56. I'm rounding it up to 60. That's how I like to do it. I have $40 left. I won't be spending all that. As you notice, I'm not spending my full $100. So that will be used for come here in the fall, winter. I'll show you where the extra money is gonna go. So it's $100 a week. I spent 80 some dollars the one week, and I spent, I forget what it was, 68 the other week. The rest of the money is going into our account because we have a big purchase that we have to make, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So we have the thrift store. Very busy life with my children and my grandchildren. So, but this week is the food truck, which is gonna be a huge blessing for me, which you will see next week's $100 challenge. So I'm gonna show you what we're saving our extra money for. All right, we have this little area back here. This is where our oil furnace is. And there's our gauges. We need to get some oil, and that heats our water. So many of you know our situation. We have hot water in our shower and at the kitchen sink, and that's it. We only have 2 hot water sources. All the other hot water does not work. So what we do need this is for showers though. And the problem is when our oil tank gets fairly low, then it can freeze even with additives put in it. And when that happens, it's very costly to change the filters and all of that. So we do add additives in our oil, but we like to keep it full, and we do add kerosene in our oil. Also helps us. So we do need to fill that up, which will probably be about $400. But every week I'm not spending my $100, and that's given us that cushion to be able to fill our oil. We do not heat our house with oil. So here's the situation with that, because people have been asking a lot about the oil. We had baseboard heat with water, so it would heat the water in the baseboards, and then that would heat our house. Well, when we moved here, the pipes are all broken, so we don't have water going throughout our house to heat, if you understand. So we don't have any of that heat. We used to have a wood burning stove. My husband and I developed a lung condition that we were coughing a lot, and it was due to all the ashes in the pellet stove. We had to get rid of our pellet stove for our health reasons. It was dirty, it was smoky, and we had to clean it every other day, it was just a mess for us. So we have infrared heaters. We've had them now for 4 years. They are run by electricity. So our electricity runs around $280 to $300 a month. As of now, that's the best solution because we already have the units, so it doesn't cost us anything for that. Eventually, if we ever would be able to afford it, we would like to get a whole new heating system put in here. But we don't have the money for that at the moment. Well, we're not going to use the money for that at the moment. We need our money for emergency. So I hope you understand that. So the oil does not heat our house, but it does heat our shower, and it does heat the kitchen. Now the kitchen sink, the water does not run very well, but it is fixed. So the pipes are fixed. It's just, it needs a whole new replumbed. And so we don't have it whole new replumbed, new pipes. We got all of our old pipes fixed. And the water just does not run very strong, but it is amazing because I finally have hot water. But our other plumbing issues have been fixed. Okay, that was a mouthful. Those of you who are new to my channel, it's somewhat hard to explain, but all houses have their own things that they got to work with. And so ours just has some issues that we didn't know about when we moved here 12 years ago. What I'd like to do is show you little ways that I'm saving money. Now, this is my shower curtain, and then here is the clear curtain. Normally I would throw these away and buy a new one, but I realized that I can wash this in the washing machine. It's a little frost on it because it was cold overnight, but I can wash this in the washing machine, and this will save me $4.99. Now, I know $4.99 is not a lot of money, but it does add up. So I have that $4.99 that I can use towards something else that I can't save. So I could use it towards eggs or things like that, things that we can eat. So that's just one way I'm saving money. I have a lot of ideas of ways I'm saving money now, things I just never thought about before. But when you're on the $100 budget, for me, it means I have to really think outside the box because I was spending way over that. All right, everyone, I just got back from the thrift store, and this is the last of our spending, and I spent a whopping $7.83. So I spent $7.83 plus all the other money that we spent, and I am under my $100. Show you just a little tour of the thrift store. I can't show you what I got because that's a separate video, but here is all of the items they had this week at the thrift store, and I'm way under my $100. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys again next week for the $100 challenge. And see you tomorrow on my other videos. Wait a minute, don't leave yet. If you're interested in any of the reference videos in this video today, click on the iCard right here. You can't miss it. Thanks again.